Alright, today is day 2, VLOGMAS episode 2. Roomba's running in the house. Alexa, pause Roomba.
Okay, here's our robot home. Okay, I'll tell Dog and Triple Jr. to stop cleaning in the living room. Would you like to end the cleaning job and send Doggy Triple Jr. home?
No, actually you can continue.
Alright.
Good morning. I used to have an espresso machine that I really genuinely liked. A trusty French press will do the job. Okay, it is 11:29. I just had another meeting. Mondays are kind of weird because I have almost 2 hours of back-to-back meetings. That's all stand up and sync meeting, check-in, whatever corporate stuff. So I end up getting no work done. Just been a little bit frustrated, and I don't necessarily want to be in that mindset. And I have another meeting in about exactly 30 minutes at 12, because that's the only time we could find after sitting in all these meetings. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of the corporate work, it just doesn't make sense to me, because you spend so much time discussing things and so little time actually doing things. I don't know, I'm just realizing I'm having less and less tolerance. I literally just talked about it in my VLOGMAS Day 1 episode, how going to Korea and coming back kind of cured my Sunday blue, and I'm having a little more patient at work and all that stuff. But I think it's just because when I came back, it was during Thanksgiving time. There were multiple people who were taking PTOs. Not everybody's in the office. So things were just a lot more chill. It wasn't just me feeling more relaxed. It was everybody. And this is, I think, a third week back. And honestly, now that things are picking back up, and I don't know, it's really testing my patience. I'm going to spend my energy on something that's more productive. AKA, I'm going to think about my content. I'm going to think about my next painting. I'm going to think about things that bring me joy. My dogs, my family, my art, my new hobby, or, this new content creation hobby that is YouTube. And I'm honestly taking it a lot more seriously than just oh, it's just another hobby. I really want YouTube to be something that I spend a lot of time on. Initially, when I was planning my YouTube journey, and I have this content calendar. It sounds so fancy, but it's literally just me writing down a bunch of title ideas, content ideas. And initially, a lot of my ideas were around UX design, and I was oh, maybe I can talk about UX. There's a lot of people who always wanted to who are interested in getting into UX design, and it's also more job related. It's more practical. So I thought maybe it's easier for me to see, because it was easier for me to see the actual values if I were to share information about UX design, interview tips and things like that. But that's just not who I am. I really am trying to move away from this career. If anybody's wondering why I'm really feeling distant and I'm trying to leave the UX and tech for good, let me know in the comments if that's something that you would like to hear about. But anyways, I'm instead of chasing money, I'm not saying talking about UX is all of a sudden gonna generate money on my YouTube. but it's more like financially it just seems more viable than like talking about art. I don't know, I'm just rambling. What am I even talking about? But I'm basically just saying I'm gonna try stay true to myself, and instead of like caving and turning my YouTube channel into something that's like UX design, interview tip, how to negotiate your salary, to something that's more me and talking about like, you know, things that inspire me, things that bring me joy, art, sewing, building community, you know, really having a positive impact on the people like within your community. People always talk about how you have a much bigger impact in the immediate community that you're a part of, instead of like worrying about some big problems out in the world. And so as a small creator, that's like, I think directionally where I'm headed. You know, if there's anybody out there who's like feeling similarly blocked, right? Like if you're like kind of stuck in this corporate 9-to-5 grind, and you know, you just like stop and think one day, like what happened to all of my creativity? Like, you know, I was just thinking the other day, like looking back at my time and like as a child, just creating all these beautiful pieces that even now I look back at my art that I created, like, you know, as a 6th, 7th grader. It just makes me wonder, like, how did I even think of that? How can I tap into that part of me again? A lot of the stuff that I share on YouTube is gonna be like how I'm finding my way back to that. Like, obviously I'm not a child or a teen anymore, and I have like real responsibilities, I have bills to pay. But it's not to say it's stopping you from being true to yourself. It doesn't have to be that way. And I want my channel to be something that's like inspirational and like encouraging other people to like try and be more true to themselves. Mr. Blue, you need to stop begging. I'm just reviewing my VLOGMAS episode 1 that I probably should have posted yesterday. I have like 10 minutes left now before my meeting starts, and I like just want to try and like last like quick review and post it before I go into my next meeting. I was doing like 6 a.m. gym routine for a while, and ever since I came back from Korea, I've just been like having a really hard time waking up early for the 6 a.m. session. So I'm going back to the 4 p.m. schedule for a little while until like, you know, kind of get over this like holiday slump, plus like coming back from an international trip. So I'm gonna go like brush my teeth, get ready, and work out for an hour, come back, and I think I'm gonna try and do like a sketchbook page.
You be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence, then let them in, chalk up their body, another one body, that's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I can play with the pros and act like a rookie, so they overlook me, then I double up again, none of their knows. None of them cold, they just got lucky but never adapted, so I'm to no one.
It is 5:24 p.m. I just got done with the gym. I'm heading back home. I had a late lunch at 3 p.m., right? So I'm not really that hungry, which is great. So I'm gonna go home and paint for a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna paint. What should I paint? I'm still debating if I want to do a sketchbook page or work on one of those like art pieces that I was organizing in my first video. I have a bunch where I kind of want to go back and work on the pieces again and actually finish them.
having a bit of a technical difficulty with my mic setup right now, but hello, if you're still here at the end of my video, thank you so much. I love you. This is the end of my VLOGMAS episode numero dos. I'm sorry for my terrible Spanish, but yeah, I'm super excited. I can't believe I actually am posting 2 videos 2 days in a row. I know there's a lot of things that I can improve on with the video editing, with my storytelling. I'm really trying to focus on doing one thing better at a time, like 1% better with each upload. So thanks for being patient. Thanks for following my journey. Thanks for listening to me ramble. It's time for me to go to bed to start it all over again tomorrow morning. Thank you so much again, and have a good night.